Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in today. So our mission wasn't just to build a better smartphone, but also improve the way our industry worked. I'm humbled to present our 5th flagship smartphone, our most complete and competitive product ever. This is the OnePlus 5. So I'll give them to you all right now, just to get it over with. If you came just for the specs, you can leave now. For those of you who came for the right reasons, time to focus on what matters. So what do you think? The first thing people notice with any product is design.
Hey everyone, I'm excited to tell you more about the design of the OnePlus 5. With every new phone we build, we implement certain hallmarks of OnePlus design. One of these is a continuous hard edge. We drew inspiration from luxury car design, which uses powerful lines to accentuate strength and agility. In the OnePlus 5, this line gives the device a visually sleek appearance. We call it the horizon line. So, what we will be looking at when you first pick up your OnePlus 5? You will immediately notice how slim it is. At 7.25mm, the OnePlus 5 is the slimmest OnePlus flagship ever. Another feature that stands out is the alert slider on the left, which allows you to control how and when you are alerted right from your pocket using 3 notification profiles. Right below, you've got your volume rocker, the power buttons on the right, as is the SIM tray. On the front, you will find a 16-megapixel camera for crystal clear selfies and live streaming. If you look closely, you might also notice the speaker grill right here on the front. The fingerprint scanner unlocks your phone in just 0.2 seconds. On the bottom, you will notice that we ditched the 3.5mm headphone jack.
What?
The elegance of the overall design is instantly heightened. And who needs a headphone jack anyway? That's why Bluetooth exists, right?
Yeah!
Just kidding. Of course, the OnePlus 5 had a headphone jack. Right here on the bottom, just look what you guys had to say.
Okay!
The USB Type-C connector is right here next to the headphone jack. All of the buttons and ports on the OnePlus 5 have been chamfered to fit in perfectly with the overall design. Let's move on to the back of the device. It's the new crescent-shaped antenna, which you'll find right here. It's integrated in the edges of the device to ensure it's barely noticeable against the curvature. And finally, we've added the new dual camera hub to the top left of the OnePlus 5. Before I hand the mic back to Carl, I'd just like to show off the 2 color options of the OnePlus 5 available at launch: Midnight Black and Slate Gray. Back to you, Carl.
Thanks, Diego. Let's take a selfie.
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.
The smartphone camera is the most widely used type of camera today. And for smartphone users, it's one of the most important features. But if we were to fit the specs of a DSLR camera on the back of a smartphone, it would look a little like this. And our answer was implementing a dual camera on the OnePlus 5. We didn't just improve the main sensor, we also added a second one. By adding a telephoto lens to our camera, the OnePlus 5 can accurately determine the distance between the sensor and objects in the environment. Picking the right sensor is about more than just getting the latest one. Our goal was to make sure the OnePlus 5 dual camera finished first in the race for clarity. So we teamed up with Sony to create a tailor-made solution, the IMX398, a 16-megapixel sensor. Then we added a 20-megapixel sensor with a telephoto lens next to it. Inside of the sensor, we've got something pretty special. It's fast AF. Basically, it works a lot like your eyes. Your brain needs two overlapping fields of vision in order to focus on something. If you cover one eye, it's a lot harder to focus because you can't calculate depth as well. With Fast AF, we're using both eyes of our main lens. This allows it to more accurately calculate depth, speeding up autofocus by up to 40%. Like we mentioned, a large aperture is key to taking clear low-light shots. The OnePlus 5's main lens has an aperture of f1.7, one of the largest on a smartphone, which allows the camera to capture a lot of light. If the lenses and sensors are the eyes of our camera, our smart capture software is the brain, improving the clarity of your photos quietly in the background. Just look at the photo once the noise is removed.
Hi guys, Emily here. The OnePlus 5 has two camera sensors that work together to create a focal separation between faces and backgrounds. The bigger the aperture, the more light a camera can capture. So it's a good thing the OnePlus 5 packs a large f1.7 aperture. The OnePlus 5 camera has a pro mode with professional level tools to give you more control over your photos. Changing the ISO, the white balance, manual focus, the shutter speed, histogram.
Thanks, Emily. The OnePlus 5 is our best smartphone camera yet. Please join me in welcoming Kyle, our head of marketing, to tell you a little bit more about charging.
Hey, thanks, Carl. So let's talk about charging. We developed Dash Charge. We hooked up a OnePlus 5 and a Samsung Galaxy S8 for a charge off. Let's watch. A day's power and half an hour. Let's move on to the fourth area we'll be covering today, smoothness. There are 6 key aspects we focus on to create a smooth experience on the OnePlus 5. First on the list today is our new platform, the Qualcomm Snapdragon 835. I'd like to welcome our good friend, the Executive Chairman of Qualcomm, Paul Jacobs. Hey, Paul.
Hey, Kyle. Hey, it's really great to be able to join you all here today. Powerful processing, fiber-like LTE connectivity, stunning graphics, and exceptional multimedia capabilities. So whether you're streaming high-def movies, or you're playing graphics-intensive games, or you're downloading videos, Snapdragon 835 has the power and performance to deliver incredible mobile experiences.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Kyle.
Couldn't have said it better myself. The OnePlus 5 packs up to 8 gigabytes of RAM. It offers great battery life. We switched to LPDDR4X RAM, a 10 nanometer processor, which draws up to 40% less power. The OnePlus 5's improved storage is based on UFS 2.1 dual-lane technology. This means that reading and writing files is up to 50% faster than before. I'd like to bring back Diego. Take it away, Diego.
Thanks, Kyle. Software is number 5 on the list of things we want to talk about today. 2 useful features coming to the OxygenOS on the OnePlus 5. We've developed a new reading mode to make reading long-form material on the OnePlus 5 just as comfortable as reading an actual book. We've added an ambient sensor that can detect the color temperature and brightness of the environmental light and calibrate the display automatically to match the light around you. So get the flexibility of a smartphone with the comfort of an e-reader. The second feature is expanded screenshots. All you gotta do is swipe down with your 3 fingers and hit the expand button. The screen automatically starts scrolling down, saving everything on the page until you hit the button again. I would like to talk more about how your feedback influenced some of the important changes we've made for the OnePlus 5. We like to say that the OnePlus 5 was created together, hand in hand with you. In fact, we printed right on the back of every box. We wanted to make sure the OnePlus 5 is a truly global device. The OnePlus 5 is a true world phone with support for 34 network bands across the globe. So we've added a stronger and quieter vibration motor to the OnePlus 5. And now I would like to bring back Carl one more time to wrap things up.
Thanks, Dave. For the OnePlus 5, that meant focusing on 6 things. Every part of the OnePlus 5 adds up to a complete package. It's the best smartphone and the best smartphone camera we've ever created. Exciting new accessories and lifestyle products. This new backpack is going to be available for humans as well. A series of cases built from the ground up with safety in mind. How much is it going to cost? The internet got it wrong this time. The OnePlus 5 will retail for $479 in the US and 499 euros in Europe. The OnePlus 5 will be available officially starting June 27th. Thanks again, and never settle.